welcome back. My name is Miss Cindy Renteria and we'll be doing our infants videos. Thank you so much for coming along and for joining me in this video and being a part of this video and learning along with your babies. We're gonna go ahead and start off with our greeting song. After we do our greeting song, we go ahead and read a story, and after we read our story, we go over our activities for the week, and also our family well-being and the child parents development education part. So we're gonna go ahead and start. And remember, mommies and daddies, singing is very important for our language development, especially when our babies are starting to listen to us, starting to be able to recognize our voice, putting our voices together. So we're gonna go ahead and start. Miss Cindy's here today. Miss Cindy's here today. Clap, clap, clap. Miss Cindy's here today. So remember, moms and dads, what we want is go ahead and sing this song with your little one. Have them, of course, if you have the little infants, so you want to be smiling, you want to be doing half movements, you want to be at a good distance from your baby when you're singing the song, because we do want them to be able to follow our lips and follow with their eyes. And remember, like we explained on last week's video, our little ones' vision stages are very different as now that we see perfectly fine. Remember, it takes time for them to get to this 20/20 vision, so we do want to get a little bit close to that when we're singing. It also gives us that extra time of one-on-one with our little one. So we go ahead and sing the song, and then we have our little older ones that are able to sit and let them start clapping. You're going to see that they're going to start mimicking you, or they're going to start wanting to babble too. And of course, our ones that are going to be 1 year old, they're able to, maybe start pronouncing some little sounds. Not exactly, I'm here today, but they can start pronouncing some sounds, and that's really exciting when they start babbling out names or concepts or just sounds. And then also the book for this week is going to be Look, Look. We're still doing our black and white books. Remember, it's important to keep it minimal for the little ones at this time, especially for infants. So we are going to be naming the parts of the book. This is the front of the book. This is the spine in the book, and this is the back of the book. Even though we might think, oh, he's so little, he's an infant, it's okay, moms and dads. We want to introduce them as early as we can. So now introducing them to this is more than perfect. Look, hands reach. Have 2 hands and a flag. The sun shines, and it shines on our plants, our beautiful flowers. Children smile. We want to smile to our little ones as much as we can. Smile. Flowers bloom. A car races. A cat stretches. Fish swim. And stars shine all for you. Look at all these beautiful stars. Remember, moms and dads, we want to make reading fun for our little ones. We want it to be a fun time for them. We want to introduce them as little as we can to reading, and especially to promote the language that we want. We want our infants to grow to young toddlers, to young toddlers loving books, to older toddler books, and even as grown-ups to love books. The activity we have for this week is going to be for our 0 to 3 months. You received this one in your packet. It's mirror reflection. This one's fun because when you see the little ones looking at themselves in the mirror and the faces they make, and of course they start making silly faces because they want to see their reaction, and it's funny and it's exciting for us to see them do all these funny faces. At 1 month, babies can lift their heads briefly when placed on their tummy. By the end of the 2nd month, babies can lift their head for a few seconds. By the end of the 3rd month, babies can lift their head and their chest and hold position for several seconds. So you see how we go 1 month, they can lift their heads. As they go on, they're actually able to lift their head and then hold it up for a good amount of time. And this is happens a lot as the babies start growing, and you're gonna start seeing this progression on them. And then also the objectives are going to be looks at or smiles at themselves in the mirror. This is what we want to be looking for when they're doing this activity. We want them to look and smile when they're looking at themselves in the mirror play. Pays attention to exhibits, curiosity, and people and objects. This is the objectives that we're going to be working on in this mirror reflection, which is cognitive development for our little ones. This is how we're going to do this activity, moms and dad. Place a baby on the floor in his tummy. Place the mirror side of him. You know, we want the mirror in front of them. Talk to him about what he's seeing in the mirror. You can say, oh, there are your eyes. I see your nose, your mouth. This activity will help build strength in the baby's neck and their arms and their chest. And, you know, repeat the activity as much as you can daily. And you can change it. If you don't have a safe mirror that you would like to put in front of your baby, you can use a stuffed animal, but you want to place them in their tummy when they're doing this. In your packet, you received, what is this? Let me get all the supplies over here with me. You received one of these little reflectors. You can use this for the baby. It's one of those reflector ones. And if not, Miss Cindy has a little mirror here. Of course, if you don't have one this size or this that is safe for them, this is how we want the baby. We want the baby to be looking at himself, and we want him to be facing on their tummy time. This is a perfect tummy time. And you have the little ones that do not like tummy time. This is a way of, you know, making it more comfortable, more fun, because it's getting them distracted or looking at themselves in the mirror that they're not even realizing that they're actually on their tummy. So that's an activity for 0 to 3 months. And then our activity for 3 to 6 months is my name. And it's also cognitive development for the little ones. My name. It will be several months before babies can actually recognize their name. However, babies learn early to pay attention when someone speaks upon entering the room. They're gonna start noticing, have you seen in their face that when dad comes in, or when a sibling comes in, or when a friend comes in, and they hear them talking, and you see their eyes open up a little bit wider, or they start smiling, or they start kicking? That's when you know that they are able to start connecting people's voices. And also with their name. Sometimes we tend to call them little nicknames. We do want to start beginning introducing our little ones to their name. We do want them to learn their name also. The objectives for this activity is going to be shows interest and awareness of others. And then we have turns his head when a new person enters the room. These are 2 objectives that we want to be seeing in this activity. Make it a habit to call your baby's name as you approach her or him. Eventually, she will respond her name even when it's said from another room. Calling her name helps her learn to recognize her name, and it also acts as a warning transition to let her know you're approaching. So remember, moms and dad, as soon as we're walking towards our baby, we want to start calling their name out. We're going to say, oh, Melanie, Melanie. We want them to start noticing that when you approach them, and you're going to start seeing that they're going to start connecting their name, and when you start naming it. And then eventually you'll be in the other room talking about them, and you say Melanie, and you'll see them trying to look like, okay, who's calling me? And you're just talking about them. That's activity for 3 to 6 months. And of course, all these activities, if you feel that your infant is able to do it, go ahead and do the activity. Feel free to do it. For our little older ones, we have a activity with, you received this bottle in your infant package. Also with this bottle, you received a little Ziploc bag that had little tiny spiders. Of course, we want to put these spiders inside our container to make it essentially a toy. A toy. You can say a toy. Miss Cindy's gonna put some little spiders inside so you can get an idea what is it that we're talking about. You're gonna put your spiders inside. And what I want you to do in here, in order for us to get these little spiders to move, is you're gonna add some type of oil in here. And make sure you seal it correctly. We don't want our little ones stinking us or anything or choking on them. So make sure you close it correctly. You put some glue on it. And what it's gonna be is a little toy for your little one with their spiders. This is what we want. It's called an up and down. So basically we wanna focus is up and down. You're gonna be doing plastic spiders in a plastic bottle jar. Fill the jar with oil, glue the lid securely, invite your child to take turns. moving upside down. And believe me, this will entertain them for a long time. And they're not even realizing that they're working on their cognitive when they're doing this. It's a very sensory one. You know, you want to say up and down. This is for our older ones. You can do this one for the mid 1 years and use it like a little sensory. You can add your oil and make sure you close it very, very securely. We don't want our little ones because these little spiders are tiny. You receive this one and it explains to you specifically how to do the activity. And then also you receive positive parenting tips for healthy child development. This is great information. You have this one in your packet as well. I'm gonna go over it a little bit just to give you an idea what is it that you're gonna be learning from this, or gaining, I'm gonna say. Infants from 0 to 1 year of age, developmental milestones. This is skills such as taking a first step, smiling for the first time, and waving bye-bye are called developmental milestones. This is what it is. They're called developmental milestones. Developmental milestones are things that most children can do by a certain age. Children reach milestones how they play, how they learn, how they speak, how they behave and move, like crawling, walking, and jumping. Those are called milestones. But remember, moms and daddies, not all children are the same. You may have an older child that started walking before their 1 year birthday. Perfect, fine. You may have another child that started walking 2 months after their 1 year birthday. And it doesn't mean that you maybe did something different. It's just that everyone has different developmental when it comes to your milestones. And it doesn't mean there's, you know, of course you want to seek help or guidance if it's past the 15-month range and your child's not walking. But remember, we still, you know, we have to guide them to that. In the first year, babies learn to focus their vision, reach out, explore, and learn about things that are around them. Cognitive or brain development means learning process of memory, language, thinking, and reasoning. You know, learning language is more than making sounds. It's more than ba 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 or saying ma 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 da da da. Listening, understanding, and knowing knowing the names of people and things are a part of language development. This is really great information, and also gives you some positive parenting tips here. And this one is positive parenting tips, and the one behind it says child safety first, healthy bodies. I'm gonna go over some of the positive parenting tips. These are some things that you may do as a parent to help your baby during this time, during this stage of developmental milestones. Talk to your baby. She will find your voice very calming. Answer when your baby makes sounds by repeating the sounds and adding words. This will help him or her learn to use language. Read to your baby. This is something we say almost every day. Read to your baby. This will help her develop, understand language and sounds. Sing to your baby. Play music. This will help your baby develop love for music and help his brain develop. Praise your baby and give her lots of loving attention. This is such awesome positive parenting tips. I'm hoping that you guys read it and review it. And of course, if you have any questions, you can always ask your home visitor or myself, Miss Cindy. We can always guide you or give you more information or go more in depth with you. And then also what you receive in your packet is your parent handout for development center parenting. Cindy always has a hard time with this. And we're focusing on health. Your baby is hearing. Your newborn's hearing is the most developed of all her senses. Research tells us that your baby could hear your heartbeat, your voice, and even your choice of music before she's even out of your tummy. As your baby's hearing matures, you can help her language and listening skills. Remember, we're talking about milestones, everything you see. Your baby's in your womb and is already being able to hear you, your heartbeat and everything. Your baby, birth to 1.5 months, makes simple sounds like when awake. You can talk back and forth to your baby, respond to her noises by making the same sounds. 1.5 to 3.5 months. Engages with you smiling and babbling. Encourage her smiles and talking when you bathe her in diaper, when you change her diaper. 3.5 to 5.5 months. Listens to herself make new sounds. You can copy the sounds your baby makes. Take turns making sounds with her. 5.5 to 8 months. It's connecting words with objects and pictures. Name things she's using: a blue ball, a yellow cup. 8 to 14 months. Uses her ears, eyes, and movement to learn about her surroundings. Take her for walks and rides. Talk about what she's hearing and seeing. Of course, right now the weather may not be on our side, but this is very good information. When you take her out for a walk, you might want to talk to her than just pushing the stroller. We want to say, you see all the trees? The trees are tall. You see all the green leaves or the orange leaves. You see their leaves on the ground, or you see a squirrel. You see all the cars coming down. Language, language, language. We are our child's first teacher, and repetition goes a long way. And that's what we want. We want to be repeating ourselves and, you know, talking the most that we can, because that's when our little ones are grasping everything. They're all like sponges at this age. They listen and they mimic. You're gonna start seeing them talking like you or trying to read a book like you, which is really, really nice for you as a parent to get your child to, you know, to start interacting with you in that way. Once again, thank you so much for viewing and taking your time to be the best parent as you can be, doing these activities with your little one, enjoying this time. And of course, you can enjoy it. You can have other siblings to participate as well, not just the baby. We do want to make that one-on-one time, and be safe, take care, and stay safe. Please continue to watch us, take all the precautions that you can, and we will see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.